This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto on the Digital Sportscentre presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar. And folks, it's a somber day in Toronto for Leafs and Leafs fans alike. The Leafs were eliminated in the second round following a Game 7 loss to the Panthers last night. You didn't need me to tell you that because if you follow sports, everybody knew the Leafs were playing in a Game 7. You either love the Leafs or you vehemently hate the Leafs. So you're watching with a lot of passion, I'm sure. It was a year that felt different, but ultimately it was just another year of heartbreak for a franchise who in their final 2 games at home were outscored 12-2. And Sunday's Game 7 loss was just something that most Leaf fans have grown accustomed to. It's the 7th straight Game 7 loss in a row, which ties an NHL record. And to make matters worse, they've only scored 1 goal in each of their last 5 Game 7s. And yeah, Leafs fans, I know you don't want to see or hear any of this. This next stat also hurts. Since the lockout back in 04-05, the Buffalo Sabres have more playoff series wins than the Leafs. The same Buffalo Sabres that have not been to the playoffs in 14 years. In the Marner, Matthews, and Nylander era, since they began playing together in 2016, the Leafs are 2-9 in 11 playoff series. In fact, those are the only 2 playoff series wins for the Leafs in the last 21 years. And the big guys for the Leafs just haven't been able to get it done. So all of this begs the question, where do the Leafs go from here? There are a lot of question marks and contracts expiring, with the 2 big ones being Marner and Tavares, who are UFAs this summer. In Tavares' post-game, he said he wants to remain a Leaf, while Marner didn't really talk about it. And if the Leafs let Marner leave in free agency, there's no doubt that there will be many bidders. Despite not being able to get it done, Marner has shown that throughout the regular season he can do just that. And not to mention he's coming off his first 100-point season. Maybe a change of scenery is what Mitch needs. I mean, for him, he would definitely flourish in another market. This market is brutal. It is brutal to every single player that comes here. It's truly not fair, and if they can make it here, truly, they can make it anywhere. So I don't want Marner to leave. I don't think he should leave. For Leafs fans, he's really good at hockey, and the people that are being hard on him, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right. But I understand if he leaves because he's been treated unfairly. So, yeah. The NBA Conference Finals are primed and ready for Tuesday tip-off, with 2 ultra-intriguing matchups. In the East, you have a clash of Cinderella stories, as the Indiana Pacers take on the New York Knicks. While injuries played a huge role in both the Celtics and Cavs' demise, no one can say the Pacers and Knicks' eventual upsets were not deserved. From Tyrese Halliburton's Game 2 buzzer beater, to erasing a 19-point deficit in the series closer, the Pacers' late-game heroics ultimately proved to be the difference against Cleveland. Meanwhile, New York, the Knicks somehow emerged to be victorious, despite trailing in double digits in all but 1 game. That includes winning both games 1 and 2, despite trailing by 20 points in both. Meanwhile, the West is less surprising, but not any less entertaining, as the OKC Thunder clash with the Minnesota Timberwolves. And translating that into Canadian for you, it's Shai season, baby. In a clash of MVP favorites, Canada's shining star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander took down Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets to advance to the West Final. While both superstars performed at a world-class level, Shai held the statistical advantage over the Joker, and that's while playing 3 less minutes per game. Shai isn't the only player to note for Canadian fans, as teammate Lou Dort and cousin Nickeil Alexander-Walker will also be representing Canada in this series. Meanwhile, the Pacers also feature Canadian talent in Andrew Nembhard and Benedict Mathurin. And finally, a handful of former Raptors have also extended their season, with the most notable being Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby, and Precious Achiuwa. While the Raps may not have made it close to this stage, Canadian fans still have a lot to cheer about. So Leafs fans, we still have something, okay? There's still hope! There's still hope for joy. It might only be May, but it's time to talk some CFL. That's right, it's preseason action between the Stampeders and the Lions today. And he'll only lead 1 series, but one guy we will be keeping our eyes on is Nathan Rourke. The 2022 most outstanding Canadian will be looking to get back to that form following his return from the NFL last season. In 9 games with the Lions last year, Rourke threw for just under 1,800 yards, to go with 4 passing touchdowns and 9 interceptions. He'll try to get BC back on top as they look to win their first Grey Cup since 2011. And their QB room is a little smaller, as Vernon Adams Jr. was dealt to the Stamps in the offseason. Now, VA won't feature today, but the CFL veteran does have some competition in the Calgary quarterback room. Like, does the name PJ Walker ring a bell? Well, the last time he was out taking game reps was back in 2023 for the Cleveland Browns. He was filling in for the injured Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Walker is listed on the depth chart for the Stamps, and he'll likely see some action today. Now, looking ahead to some CFL futures, the 111th Grey Cup champs Toronto Argonauts, they open the season as favorites to do it again on FanDuel. And you can get them right now at plus 340. Now, if you notice there on this lovely chart, the Rough Riders are 4th on the list. If I were a betting woman, and some know that I am, I'd put money on green. Green, baby. Time now for my favorite segment on yours, Why We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
And listen, I'm sure we've all had our failed fist bump attempts. They're awkward and you just don't really know what to do with yourself after. But these two kids here, they didn't let that get the best of them. This is just a life lesson. We don't succeed the first time, second, third, fourth, even fifth. You try again. That's it for me today with Pacific and North 3 Eastern. No Pacific! Have a good one.